If you are looking into buying cheap and safe FIFA coins, look no further than footcoinshop.net. They have the fastest service, an incredible loyalty reward system, and the best prices around. Use my creator code Inception when you sign up for your account and get a 5% discount with your order. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the La Liga Team of the Season cards leaked. I mean, to be honest with you guys, a lot of these cards are pretty much going to be... they're going to be really good meta cards for the most part. You know what? To be fair, they actually did a really good job with the Premier League players as well, making them like really high tier meta. There was only like 2-3 cards that weren't like the craziest, but they were still decent enough to use. So with the Bundesliga, like there was probably like 3, 4, 5 that was a little bit off, right? But La Liga Team of the Season, they usually have some very good stuff. I could already see just from the list of this, it's all very nice, okay? So the first one that we're going to have is Lewandowski. So Lewandowski hasn't had too many cards this year. Very surprising, to be honest with you. I would assume that he would get way more, but he just hasn't. Probably could be potentially one of the best physical type strikers in the game if formatted a certain way, right? So I'm not sure if they're going to keep him on a lengthy accelerate, or if they kind of make him controlled but formatted a certain way. Because as you guys know, with the Harry Kane card, right? Physical type striker, sure. Dribbling, left stick, not great to work with, but compensates really well in other areas of the card, like I mentioned in the review. On an engine chemistry style, because he's a lengthy and his shooting is so high with a 5-star weak foot, it's really nice, right? So I'm curious to see if they do the same thing with the Lewandowski card as well in regards to the improvements. I could see them potentially giving him like a weak foot adjustment, skill move adjustment as well, but he could definitely be a very saucy card because I could see them giving him already perfect shooting stats, and then maybe, what does the engine give? 84. Maybe they do that. Maybe they wouldn't touch the dribbling too much though. They would have to keep agility low and then boost the strength significantly, or you give him a hawk. Oh no, you know what, it might be the situation now that I'm seeing this. If there was like a physical pace boost, that'd be kind of nuts. A basic might be really good on him in the future as well. It just depends on how they actually end up improving him. As a physical type striker, this card was okay to use, but people didn't really use him for that long of a time, right? He was okay. He wasn't like too crazy, right? Like I'm telling you, a rare gold Kane was like nuts before that meta change. So yeah, with Lewandowski, there's a lot of potential though, because he has like the shooting traits and stuff, so could be very nice. Vinicius Junior by default will be very good. Yeah, by default, he'll be a very good card. Every time I try out Vinicius Junior, ever since that lengthy patch, right, with the controlled and explosive players, he's an absolute monster. He is one of the very few cards that when you use in the wing position and you rotate him into the striker position, he actually has very good attacking AI in that position. So if you were to play like a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, whatever, he plays that striker role really, really well. Like even if you're playing like a 4-4-2 and you want to rotate him there, it's a very, very solid card. Anybody that ended up packing this card, he's still incredibly good to use at this point in the game because he's formatted nicely. The only thing that you notice with Vinicius Junior is left stick dribbling. But again, for this year's game, you don't really care too much about it, right? Because he compensates well for other areas of the card. So yeah, Vinicius Junior will definitely be a W. Probably they might downgrade one part of the card because this foot birthday has the 5-star, so they added that unique variable to it, right? But who knows? Because the regular one already has the skill moves. It doesn't have the weak foot. If they make a new one, maybe they keep the skill moves and the weak foot the same, but they just boost the card significantly, you know? Militao will definitely be... I feel like he'll be very good. The Team of the Year version, people honestly still use to this day when they have certain meta criteria. Did I try out this card? I think I did. Such a long time ago. It was like, that was like 4 months ago. I haven't used other Militao since that review. But I think from what I remember during that time period, it was like a transitioning monster, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Shadow chemistry style on the card, 95, 99. Defensive stats massively increased as well. Yeah. He could be very good though. Maybe like a work rate change, EA, you know, like nice little medium high, you know. Dives into tackles, just throw that in there, you know what I mean? All right. Griezmann will be amazing, man. Griezmann will be very good. I love this card. Listen, it could be this version of his card and he's still very good, honestly. Like the 5-star on him, this card's medium work rated, but I'm telling you, you couldn't care less about the medium on this card, right? And then when they changed the player of the month version, right, to have a high medium work rate, to be fair, I didn't really notice like too big of a significant difference because like I said, his medium like on the other Griezmann card was perfectly fine. But obviously with this card, when he was added as a player of the month, he was still very solid to use. I use him sometimes on some people's accounts when they have like a Liga Santander team and I'm doing a review for that type of player, and he still works out perfectly fine, right? Like he's definitely very nice to use. Obviously, if you go to his traits, he has all the important traits: finesse, outside foot, chip shot, and some other traits that could help with animation choices like long shot taker, technical dribbler. Like Griezmann's gonna be nuts. And what I could see with Griezmann is him being nuts on a hawk as well, right? But if you take a look at his physical, he's already like really high in certain areas. So very curious to see how they end up improving the card, because I'm not gonna lie, you could potentially give him an engine in the future depending on how they improve the dribbling, with the base card stats for shooting being higher as well, right? So if you could give him an engine and make his dribbling even more responsive, that'd be pretty sick. Benzema, listen, EA, maybe you guys watch this video, I don't know if you'd watch this video, do me a favor, yeah, because you guys haven't done this in a minute, okay? You haven't done it in a minute. Make his work rates high-low. I want to see if you could bring it back to the flashback Benzema, because I'll tell you this for free, okay? I haven't used a single card ever since that flashback card that has had absolutely insane attacking AI like Benzema. Mbappe's attacking AI is very, very good. Correa, very, very good, right? But movement-wise, doesn't touch that flashback Benzema, right? I'm not gonna say doesn't touch because Mbappe is really close, right? But Benzema's flashback card, the movement, I wish you did to all your strikers in your game, because it would actually make it feel unique. So EA, let's make the new one a high-low. You know, I already gave this card the 5-star weak foot, a high medium, you know? Cool. You keep that variable just like that. You know, team of the year card, still very good to use in the game nowadays. Let's make his team of the season a high-low. Let's make it unique compared to this one, you know? And hopefully his high-low actually performs really well, because again, this is a different game nowadays, right? So yeah, but I don't know. It depends what they actually end up doing, right? Because the other versions of his card are 4-star, 4-star. For the team of the year, W, that they gave him a 5-star weak foot, but maybe they give the skill moves for the new one? Who knows, right? Who knows? I feel like skill moves is always way more important than weak foot. Obviously, it depends on playstyle, but guys, when you play in the top divisions, you gotta play like you're playing Mortal Kombat to score your goals, you know? So Kunde will be nice, I think. I tried out Kunde this year. Yeah, was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah, Kunde's pretty good. I like him. I like him a lot. Also formatted for a lengthy too in the future. Ooh, he'll be very nice. If you could keep him on an anchor in the future and he's still a lengthy chemistry style, and I could put him into the mid-90s area for pace, defense basically perfect, physical basically perfect except for aggression, but aggression would be improved as well because it's a team of the season, that would be kind of nuts as well. Because his dribbling is already in a pretty decent area too, so if that's improved, you know, for reaction and composure being close to the 90s area, that would also be very nice too. So yeah, definitely could be a significant boost, because these cards are pretty old now. They're like, what, 4 or 5 months old? So yeah, Valverde will be a beast, no question about it. This player of the month card right here, this guy right here, he was so usable for like, what, 4 months? I think he was usable for like 4 months. Even when they gave him like a new card, there was like an inform, like the right wing version. I think it was the right wing version. When he came out, the right wing version was significantly more expensive during that time period, right? And this card being at 230k, like even when I did his review during that time period, I told people, I'm like, guys, this guy's like, you know why I liked Valverde? Because I gave him an architect and he still defended like a monster on an architect with those defensive stats. That doesn't happen too often, you know, where I can make you a lengthy, but your defending is still amazing even with these stats. You guys get what I'm saying? So that card I think is going to be absolutely insane, especially if you could give him like an anchor chemistry style in the future. That will be insane. That'd be really, really good, but it depends on how they format him, right? Ter Stegen, goalkeeper, not really much to look at there because it's a goalie. I mean, he's either good or bad. Pau Torres, how is he currently formatted? Let's see. Pau Torres. What's your pace like? 74-80. So what, like maybe similar to like a Ronald Araujo card? Maybe. I mean, they would have to significantly improve him. He might be more of the fodder option, I would say, from like the selections that you could potentially get. Because Araujo's card, I don't know if you guys watched the review, right? But the only problem with the card, and this is only sometimes, and this is like when you're overcommitting like crazy, was in the acceleration department. But past the acceleration part, this was a very good center back. And I even told you guys, like, listen, if you're going to do Liga Santander teams in the future, really look into this card because he's a pretty solid center back. And this card's actually really good. Great defensive animations, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it depends. Like, it could be like a left-footed version of that card, but they would have to significantly improve him if they were to do that, right? Because acceleration is lower than sprint speed, all that good stuff, right? Who's this guy? I don't know who this is. I'm stupid. I might be really, really stupid. Is that, like, it might be a nickname and I'm just stupid. No, I'm not stupid. It's this guy. Gonna be honest, not familiar with this guy at all. I have no idea. So we're just gonna move past that. Carrasco flashback. Carrasco, he's still high, right? See, the thing about Carrasco's card here, like, here's the thing, okay? So they're gonna make a flashback version of his card. Carrasco is, like, not that crazy in this game. You know what I'm saying? And it's mostly because of the high and average plus body type. And with this card, like, you have to give him an engine because his dribbling is way too low in that department with the high and average plus. It's a card that you would probably have to strictly use in the right-sided area, specifically like in a 4-4-2, maybe 4-2-3-1 as well. But the narrow positions, you kind of want players that feel a little bit more responsive. So that flashback card is going to be an interesting one for sure. Very curious to see what they do with that. Raphinha will be very good, I think. I think that'll definitely be a WSBC because Raphinha was a card I really enjoyed using in the beginning of the year. Like, this rare gold version was very solid. I liked him a lot, right? And that was like because of the fact that, you know, with me, I really like explosive players. Explosive players makes that difference for me, right? And this card is minimum 4-star, 4-star. So with the new version coming out, I could totally see them potentially giving him the 5-star skill move. And if they gave him the 5-star skill move, that would be a pretty significant difference for the card, considering, you know, the way that he's formatted. But it's like it looks like a finisher type of player, right? Like I said, I haven't used this card in a minute. It's been since the beginning of the game, but yeah, he was really nice. I remember, doesn't he have like a UCL card? I remember trying that out too. Yeah, this version too. I do be remembering this. I do be remembering this. Yeah. Ronaldinho. I'll probably do his review in advance, to be honest. So that whatever I'm doing that day, I could just do like the other thing, right? So 3.5 million coins for this card. You know what the key thing here is with Ronaldinho and whether or not he's worth getting? It's specifically in the Ronaldinho body type, right? It's the body type that's important to see if he's like good in game. But guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, okay? If you don't see yourself ever getting Ronaldinho at all, it's still Ronaldinho. How do you not use Ronaldinho? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those types of things. But yeah, no, I could still see him being really good. I'm very curious to see about that balance though, because of that body type. Because if his body type is good, then it doesn't really matter, you know, because the Hawk chemistry style being the most obvious choice is definitely nice. And at the end of the day, it's Ronaldinho, guys. Like, you know, he has both of the traits, right? No outside foot shot, but he has finesse shot at least. Chip shot. Okay. Okay. Next one is Coleman. Dude, Coleman's not that good though, man. Let's see. Which one is it? 92? Oh, okay. They're at least doing that one, eh? Oh, good. I already did the review for this card. Oh, that SPC is gonna be mad cheap then. This card is more of a midfielder than a center back. Listen, guys, if you give this card a shadow, he still has 88. At this point in the game, it's kind of slow, man. You know, it's slow. I'm not gonna say that it's not because it's slow. But if you use him in the midfield position, not as bad because he's well-rounded in that area, just in a more defensive way. Reason being is because of the agility and balance, right? So it's a card that could potentially score some really cool goals from a distance, but it's that dribbling that throws you off a lot, right? But obviously, if you use him as a CDM on stay back while attacking, who will sometimes play to that high medium work rate, it's not that bad, you know what I'm saying? But definitely gonna be more sentimental for that one, I would say. Daily icon SBCs during La Liga Team of Season, so a few more top icons are possible. So there's been a few more Team of the Season leaks for Liga Santander. And like I said, it's probably going to be a really good one. Yeah, so we have the individual players that we've already seen. And then we have a few over here that we didn't see yet, right? So Alex Balde is going to be another one. So if you guys take a look at his card, he's actually formatted very nicely. Why? Because his pace is at an 83-83. So the pace difference is actually really nice, because if you give him a nice little +2 and 3 for an anchor chemistry style in the future, because they're probably going to maximize it with like a 97, 96 potentially. You know, when you give him like those 2s and 3s, depending on how they format him, it definitely would be really cool, because he obviously doesn't have a card this year at all. No future stars play or anything like that, right? So definitely going to be a very cool one for sure. We also have Pedri, who could definitely be very nice as well. His card was released as an SBC, and if you used him as an attacking oriented center mid, he was perfectly fine. I don't remember what the thing was with him. Was he just like expensive? It might have been that. Let's see. He was like 400k, right? Yeah, 400k for him. I mean, it was a good card. It was just expensive, you know, like that's what it came down to. But as an attacking oriented center mid, it would still be a pretty cool card to use for sure. But the price is a little bit up there. What else do we have here? So Kunde, Ter Stegen, Castellanos as the gameplay objective. Maybe good on a marksman chemistry style, potentially. Maybe. Molina. This will be a very big one, right? Because a lot of people are wondering whether or not it's ideal to get Jesus Navas as their right back. But obviously with Molina, you have to remember that this showdown card exists, right? The showdown card being a thing for 114k was a decent card, especially once he got the upgrade. He was definitely very, very nice. Especially if you give him that nice little cheeky shadow chemistry style. It was a well formatted card for the most part, but you know, as a defensive player, he's a high work rate player, 5'9", lean body type. So people are going to definitely make that comparison between him and Jesus Navas in regards to which types of cards they should specifically leak. Griezmann, like I said, if you can give him like a hawk chemistry style in the future, that'll definitely be very good. Luka Modric as another card would definitely be very solid. I think he's also, is he still medium? I don't know if he is. I don't remember. Team of the year, or was it high medium? No, medium. Honestly, medium doesn't really matter that much. Let's be real. Like in this year's game, it doesn't matter as much. And if you use a card like this as your attacking oriented center mid, like he's dope. The pace is in a good area. Defense is in a good area. His shooting's in a good area. You can technically give him a hunter chemistry style and not focus too much on the defending, because even on a hunter, he's really sick. So this card was actually pretty nice. I enjoyed using him. Also has the traits as well. I remember his traits. His outside foot shot specifically was very nice to work with. So definitely will be a huge W to work with there. And then I don't think there's anything else that's new. Let's see. Yeah, he's probably going to keep updating it as it goes, but for the most part, we got pretty much all of the super important ones. Maybe De Jong gets one too. Who knows? You know, maybe an SBC or something. But yeah, it's definitely looking like it's going to be a very solid Liga Santander team of the season. Guys, hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.